Okay, so I started the live again. Can't find my place and go. Um, oh, okay, thank you. Hi, Abdul. Can you hear me and see me now? Is it much better now? Nah, I'll do maybe like an extra 10 minutes for all the times that it was a bit messy. That I think that's what that's what I'll do. I promised my mother I would visit her today, so I have to leave the house very soon. Um, but yeah, so sorry about that. To be honest, on my end, it just looked okay. Like it looked like it was working. So until Trick said I've been saying the same thing for like a couple minutes repeatedly. That's when I realized, oh my gosh, I didn't know it was that bad. Sorry about that. Yeah. So today has tested me. Me normally I don't even have patience like this, but MTN, MTN the one person. Okay, it's a bit better. I'm glad that it's a bit better. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for staying. Just staying regardless of the terrible, terrible, terrible network. Thank you so much. God bless you. I think Trix gave up today because he was already stressed, and I understand completely. Even me, I'll be stressed too. Yeah. So to go back to the discussion of the day, I was talking about choosing joy. Um. Oh, thank you for the heart. I was talking about choosing joy. And it's just being in that place where your your inner mind, your subconscious is already solid. When your subconscious is solid, nothing can shake you on the outside. But your subconscious needs to be solid. It's not sherry. It's not like you can't joke about, you can't pretend. And that's the thing. You cannot pretend that you have something you don't have. So one of those things is pretending. It don't start again. Ah! God, I beg. Ah, ah, oh, you know what? Should we do this live in the evening? Ah, I don't even know what to say. I get too shocked. I get too shocked. It's better. I'm already thinking maybe I should come back and do this in the evening when network will be okay because I don't, I don't know what's happening this morning. I don't know what's happening this morning. Okay, back to the discussion, right? Your inside has to be solid. Your inside has to be so. If your inside is not solid, things will come from the outside and shake your inside. Yeah, no evening, no evening. If you can hear me, if you can see me, it's fine. No evening. And it's just MTN. MTN is doing their own today, and I don't understand. Right? So things will come from the inside. Things will come from the outside and try to shake your insides up. And so anything that can come, anything that can happen and affect the state of your mind is an outside thing shaking you up inside. So you have to be so conscious of the state of your inside. You have to be conscious of the state of your mind. Your joy has to be a conscious decision. Like, yes, so this is happening, but I'm going to thank you, thank you. I'm going to stay in that place of joy, right? And that's the story I was telling earlier with my friend. My friend is so she's got kids, and you know, with the news happening, it got to her so much, so much, so much that she's like, I can't. Like, so she's in the house, she locks herself in the house. She doesn't go out. It's like for a week. She didn't go out. She didn't let her children go to school because she was so disturbed by that news. And that's a very valid thing. But in the state of our world today and with our lives today, you cannot allow your mind to be malleable like that. Your mind has to be, how we say in Nigeria, like Ijawa Ijawasi, always guiding. You have to guide. Your default state of mind has to be guided. And that guiding is not like, oh yeah, oh, it's not that kind of guiding. It's one guiding where your default state of mind is nothing can touch my peace. Nothing can shake me. Nothing, like I already tell myself, like nothing is the worst thing in you. You know how people say the worst thing that can happen to a person is, I always remind myself nothing is the worst thing. Because when you are thinking of that worst thing, like I said yesterday, the world is big. What you are thinking is the worst thing is daily life for another person. What you are thinking, ah, the worst thing that can happen to somebody is this is the reality that another person is living. So you have to have the consciousness, the mind control that nothing can take away my joy. Anything that happens is an happening, is an ishele. Is not my, is not, is not. Every time I turn to Yoruba, I realize that I'm doing it again. But it's an happening. It is not my life. An incident is not my life. An occurrence is not my life. A bad day is not a bad life. There are days that will test you, there are days, there are things that will test you. You know those days when you're just like, say I don't have angels, me, like I don't, what's happening? When you wake up, as you want to put iron on your cloth like this, Nepa will carry light. You remember fala fala Abdul? As you want to put iron on your cloth, Nepa will carry light. You will finally find something to wear. When you get out, ah, gosh, my kidney went again. Even I saw it here. I saw it here. My network did like this again. I saw it here. Even me, I saw it here. Oh, so what? I say today is a day. This is what I'm talking about. Like some days will test you. Today is already testing me like this. Me, as I am like this, today is already testing me. It's already testing my mental. Like, kilo shit. Kí ni nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan? What was the thing that really happened this today? That's what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Day that the day, when things test you continuously like that, continuously. I've been awake since like 5, and it's been one thing or another. Just ah ah, kilo, killing me gone. What's happening today? So there are days like that. There are days like that, and on days like that, you are not Shele, right? Yeah, so on days like that, you are not Shele Abdul. On days like that, there has to be a consciousness. Like this is funny to me because as I'm saying it, it's testing me in real time. Like it's not like Boya Olaloma Shele. As I'm saying it, that you need to control your mind. Everything is happening to ask me, "Babe, you control, you will control your mind." But yeah, that's the thing, right? You need to be in a place where you are conscious. Things can happen. Things will happen. And you need to be able to tell yourself that this thing's happening is fine. It can happen exactly. You keep your energy higher. And yes, that's the thing. The energy you start with, most times, is the energy you end with. If you start and you're already like, oh, already heavy, you're already sad, you're already, you will carry it through the day. Have you noticed that thing? Me, I've noticed it happens to me. If my energy is down, unless maybe something happens that is big, or my friend makes me laugh, or like somebody draws me out. Yes, that's the thing. So these are exactly being intentional. This thing you do, Abdul, is being intentional about keeping your joy, keeping your state of mind. I do the music thing, so that one is I sing, I laugh, Madarin, things like that. Yes, like I said, Madarin, because you need to maintain that elevated state of mind. If your mind is weak, the truth is your body will be weak, your emotions will be weak. Anything can happen to you. There are people who, just because of their energy, they don't get sick. Because they be like, me sick care, when I get into, like, the energy is not that they are that strong. Is that their mind is affecting, how they say mind over matter. The state of their mind is affecting the state of their body, is affecting everything else. So you need to be able to control the state of your mind such that your mind will be in a very healthy place. When your mind is in a healthy place, baby, nothing can bring you down easily. Like, things will happen, but it will not be in a place where it will get to you. It will get, like, there are people like that where anything that happens, it's almost like it gets in their head. They're like, you be able to experience things without it defining the state of your mind or the turnout of your conclusion. Like, for instance, bad things happen to the day. You will not even say today was a bad day. You will not think today was a bad day. You will think, oh, today tested me. Today was challenging. But it's not be like you now mark that is a bad day and that's forever and stuff like that. Because your mind is in a place where a bad day is not a bad life. And it will not be like, what's wrong with me? Because there are a lot of things that happen that now make you start thinking, am I the problem? What's wrong with me? I need to check myself. What's wrong with me? So is that nothing will happen to make you think that. You will not be thinking what's wrong with me at any point in time. You will be conscious that, okay, things are happening, but nothing is wrong with me. It's just things that are happening. Like, in my own case today, MTN is doing the most. That's MTN's problem. It's not because of me. It's not like MTN decided that another chem is live. Oh, that live stream will not happen. MTN does not have the power to decide that. So it's being in that state where your mind is calm. Things are happening to test you, but your mind is calm. So when I say choose joy, it's not just um like random this thing. It's like being conscious of the state of mind you choose to be in. So but choosing joy does not mean you will not be happy. You will not be happiness is excuse me, happiness is a part of joy, but happiness is not the full expression of joy. So choosing joy is being in the right state of mind in spite of any challenges that might come to make you feel otherwise. It does not mean that there will not be times when your mood will shift. It does not mean that there will not be times when things will test your temper. Like Abdul said, sometimes you get angry. It does not mean that all those things will not happen. Those things will happen. But choosing joy is choosing that constant state of mind. Like, there's a password to some websites. You know how some websites is free. You'll be using things free, 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 free. Then it gets to some point. You have to enter a password to continue. And if you don't enter a password, you cannot continue beyond this level. That's how it should be. Like, in my mind, yes, things can be happening. Things can be happening. Everything's happening. But there's a point where it gets here. It cannot pass here. That's when your mind is firm. It cannot pass here. There's a place in my mind where nothing can pass through. I don't want to know what it is It cannot. Thank you, Abdul. It cannot pass here. It will not pass. So that's how you have to control the mind control. Like, no be here. You have to control your mind, and things will happen. Like we say in our slang, life go whine you. Like normal, it go whine you. So in that whining that life is whining you, is your consciousness that this is whining is not the reality. Like this is not the end. You know, because I'm Yoruba, right? One thing about Yoruba people is we're so dramatic. Oh my god. Oh, we're so dramatic. We're so dramatic. Yoruba people, hey, anything you teach about, you see someone lamenting. They're sitting down. They're talking about, hey, my life, I am you, all this thing. And in that moment, we even say some things that are negative over ourselves. But please don't get there. Don't let life wear you to that point. You must always be in a place where even when something bad is happening, you are not now speaking bad things over yourself. You are not saying, that's so my life be every time, so struggle, all those kind of things. These are big. The drama, Abdul, you get it. The drama is more than the action. The drama is always more than what happened. Is all Yoruba people. Nigerian people are generally dramatic, but you see Yoruba people, oh my god, the drama is always unnecessary, and that's what sometimes we have that peace. It's us that removes the peace for ourselves. It's us that removes the peace. Something happens before you even hey, yeah, 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 yeah. And it's just no, it didn't later here. What did we carry? What did you throw? Like it's not that heavy. It's never that heavy. So it's that consciousness of I have to control my mind. I have to control myself. I must not be reactive. I must not see something like something cannot happen now. And then I decide that based off of that, my life is over. My life cannot be over. Is that now so life be over? You understand? But people are so quick to just enter that place. So, the encouragement for you today, Nollywood movies are factual. Ah, so I've spoken to some people at different points in my life where their only knowledge of Nigeria comes from Nollywood films, and so they don't understand. Like they are disappointed when. So I'm a writer. My day job is right. I'm a writer. So they are disappointed when I'm not shouting or dramatic. Because for them, the average Nigerian is like very expressive, very dramatic, very loud, very. And I'm like, but film, yeah. But actually, those films are not lying. The average Nigerian is like that. A lot of us, even me, I think I was like that at some point. No, not a songwriter, a writer. I write songs too, to be honest. I write everything. I've written movies, documentaries, songs, poems. I published a poem book. I published a prayer book. Um, so I've written different types of things. But yes, I write. I write everything. Stories, stuff like that. Yes, I sing too. On my other channel, well, you see me playing around. Sometimes I'm joking most of the time, but you see a few videos there where I'm singing seriously. So yeah, I sing as well. Um, and so it's knowing that nothing is ever like I said yesterday, nothing is ever as serious as it seems, right? Nothing is ever like it's the constant state of mind you must be in. And these days, social media is not even helping, right? You go on social media, you see somebody, but to be honest, why should seeing somebody's life make you sad? So it can make you aspire to want that, but it should not make you sad. It should not make you so. The choice to choose joy or the decision to choose joy is to put your mind in a place where nothing breaks down your equilibrium, nothing breaks down your calm state of mind. For everything that happens, your mind is in a place of calm. Even when you they shake, even when they whine you, you're like, yes, this is happening, but I'll be fine. Even if you don't feel fine in the moment, the knowledge, the reassurance, the confidence that you'll be fine is what I'm talking about. That thing is not from just, you know, saying it's from conscious mind control. It's from choosing that this is how I will act. This is how my mind will be. This is how I will react. And I'm saying this applies to everything, every sad thing you can think of. Like I said earlier, at one point in my life, the saddest thing that could happen to me was someone stealing my phone. I entered depression. But now I understand that that is something that can happen. It's an happening. Ishele. It's an happening. It's not my reality. And yes, there are occurrences that change the trajectory of your life. There are occurrences that change how your life is going. But there is nothing strong. There is no occurrence strong enough. There should be no occurrence strong enough to finalize your life, like to finalize your state of being. You know how people will say this happened and it destroyed this person's life. This happened and this person's life was never the same forever. It's not the one thing that happened though. It's never one thing. It's usually a series of things that build up to the one thing. So there is no one thing that is strong enough to actually change a life. It's usually this happens, then this happens, then this. You may not even be conscious, but it's a series of things. It may be a series of things from you, it may be a series of things from another person, but it's always a series of things. It's always A, B, C, D, E, F to Z. It's never from A straight to Z. It's not 1 to 10. It's 1, 2, then 3 will happen, 4, 5, 6 before you get to 10. So because of that, if one happens, rather than make it a 10, isolate it as a 1 and deal with it as a 1. And unless you can find the connection between 1 and 2, don't join them together. Don't say this morning now, NEPA took light when I wanted to iron my clothes. So today is already a bad day. Then when you go out, you decide that I did not quickly see bus or I did not quickly see cab or my car is not starting. Then today is definitely something is bad about today. Don't join so that's what we do when we layer our experiences, layer events. We try to draw clues, we try to join things together that are not together. Then you now by yourself give yourself the stress in your mind. And I say this knowing that we're in a very spiritual, spiritually conscious place. Africa, Nigerians generally, we're very spiritually conscious. So we easily find context clues, we find trends, we find meanings, we're very good at that. Like if if I if I trip 3 times, if I trip 3 times on my right leg, I notice, ó mà ti pẹ́ mẹ́ta kẹ̀, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? What's that? I notice like, what's happening? Like, so we are like that. That's the average African, right? We draw context clues and make spiritual links for everything. So I'm saying even while you are doing that, don't make something that is not a spiritual attack a spiritual attack. And I'm saying this knowing that you pray, you guide. No, that one is not, it's not a joke. You guide every time because spiritual things happen. But don't make a regular thing a spiritual thing. Don't turn everything into, and then don't now be in that place where your mind has entered defense mode. Your defense, your constant defense should be joy. So before something happens, rather than something happening, like something happens, pause, review before reaction. So if you can be in that conscious guiding, right? That's the encouragement I have for you today. That's all I came here to say today. Consciously guide your mind, consciously guide your heart. Like even scripture says it, right? The Bible says it. Say that guard your heart because out of it flows all the issues of life. Issues of life, okay, shekekere, like it's issues of life. Issues of life. So if it's issues of life that are there, it means that it's not small guiding you are doing. Is that you are looking at your mind, pay this is my mind. Like I said, Ijawa Ijausi, you are guiding seriously, pay nothing. Sorry, nothing can infiltrate this place. Nothing. Like guiding here is like this. You guide your mind, you protect your joy. And if there are things that would trigger pain or fear or sorrow or any of those negative things, you come more eye. there was a period in my life that I didn't listen to the news. Like, and at this period, I was actively working in media, um, in news writing, article reporting, so stuff like that, like mild journalism, online journalism, right? And I needed to be aware of the news. But every time I watch the news, I will just see, thousands of people died somewhere. And like I said earlier, I cry a lot. I cry anyhow. I did cry. So thank you, Abdul. So in that period, I realized that watching the news was affecting my mind. I stopped watching the news. I I know the importance of the news as a functioning adult who wants to, function economically. You want to fit in socially. You want to have certain conversations. You have to know what's going on. But in that moment, it was too much for my brain. It was too much for my head. I was constantly worried. I was constantly depressed every time I'm going out. If I go out, if I enter a bus, I'll be thinking, "Ṣé kò ń ṣe one chance lele?" If I enter a cab, I'll be thinking, "Ṣé kò ń ṣe kidnapper lele?" No matter how tired I am, there are days I will go to work. I will be coming back in the night. I'll be exhausted. I can't even doze off. If my eyes close like this is how I used to sit. The Uber driver will be looking at me like, because sometimes in the front I'll sit like this, but sometimes in the back I'll sit like this. And the driver will be like, "Ma, is everything okay?" I say, don't worry, I'm fine. Because in my head, ṣé kò ń ṣe kidnapper? That was how much the news had. Ah, this was not even now. This was not now. This was years ago. So it sometimes, if you realize that, the way my mind is right now, things are getting to me easily. Your work of guiding your mind is to stay away from things. If it's an influencer's Instagram that you look at, that you will not sit down and think about it like that, no, ìgbà wo ni màá nírú owó yẹn? When can I wear this kind of clothes? Where can I go to this kind of place? If that's what will mess your equilibrium up, don't look at it. Move on. That's part of guiding your mind. That's part of protecting your joy. It doesn't have to be dancing and singing alone. It's not looking at things that will trigger sadness in you.